Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, we're walking in here. Good morning, everybody. I guess it's Tuesday morning. What a wonderful day it is. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. How are you, Pat Malone?
I was looking forward to seeing that lovely smile on your face. Boy,
Man,
you're just giddy this morning, aren't you?
Oh, I just sat there and watched all that stuff yesterday. I just tickled me to death.
So do you now feel vindicated? Is everything is right with the world, right?
Well, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Okay.
It's going to take a while. Yeah, it's going to take a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to take a while, but yeah, it's getting in that direction. Did you see all that went on? Yeah.
I did watch a good bit of it. I watched his entire acceptance speech.
Well, what'd you think about that?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
There were some things that I think I would have not said, but that's me. That's not him.
What would you not have said? Nancy Pelosi's a dang crook.
He pretty much attacked Biden with Biden sitting there, and that didn't.
What's wrong?
I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, we should have done it behind his back. I understand. That's the way
No.
Yeah.
In the past, presidents have alluded to those kind of things.
And in the past, they haven't raided their homes, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, or trying to lock them up for something they didn't do. But he's a convicted felon, man. You know, they get sideways sometimes.
Yes, yeah. He gets some wiggle room because of that, doesn't he?
Here's the thing, though. Even though he did attack Biden right there in front of everybody, I mean, Biden had no clue.
Yeah, it wasn't that Biden cared. I think it was the rest of the people that were in that administration. So.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, but it's actually, I guess, Barack Obama. It was funny to watch all of them sitting there, and they wouldn't stand, they wouldn't clap, they just sat there looked like they was eating like a mule eating sawbriars. That's what they looked like. Yeah, they looked like a mule eating sawbriars.
I can't conjure that visual up.
Well, you're from up north. Y'all don't know much.
Yeah,
about
I don't know what
down
that
south.
is.
We know what that means.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I thought it was great. Yeah, and
he pardons his entire family.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody can talk about pardons anymore.
Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Well, didn't one of his executive orders where like 1,500 people got pardoned for the January 6th thing?
I think it was 1,600. What? Maybe it was 1,500.
No, 1,600 involved and prosecuted, and 1,500 got pardoned.
So what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it unless you're going to complain about Biden pardoning his family.
Well, here's the difference. Biden's family's guilty, I think. J6 does not. I mean,
there's more to it than that. There's a lot of concerns about being denied rights to fair and speedy trials, and that's a guaranteed Sixth Amendment right, isn't it, Pat?
Yes, it is, but he didn't pardon them on
a lot of them are held
any constitutional issues with their prosecution. He just blanket pardoned them.
Good.
So, what's wrong?
You mean those people that were ushered through the building by the FBI that's now proven? That's
yeah.
Maybe there's a little more to the story there.
And that's the thing.
I could have gone along with what J.D. Vance thought the pardons were all about.
Refresh us.
Vance said everybody except the people who attack police officers, law enforcement people.
Oh, like that one lady that got shot that was unarmed, that lost her life up there, which was probably the only one that actually did die at J6. Is that the one you're talking about? She attacked the police officer.
It really isn't worth my while to argue with you when there's no change in your mind.
I'm just asking.
Biden was wrong. Trump is right. I got it.
Well,
I don't agree.
Biden
I don't agree, but there's no sense talking about it.
Biden pardoned his whole family. Now that poor little old woman, there's a little old granny woman. They locked her up, J6, and they roughed her up, and she dropped her bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. She's not going to be able to sue for that because that's just lost in the wind. It's just it's a great day, man. It's a great day. Oh yeah, and he pardoned Fauci. Nothing says trust science like that, man. That really trust science.
Nothing says trust science like a full presidential pardon, right?
Trust us. We're scientists and we've been pardoned. You can't charge us for anything. Yep. And the southern border, I think that's pretty cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Yep.
The biggest question, this is what we got a comment that came through here. The biggest question that we are left with at the inauguration is, what did Barron Trump say to Biden? He whispered something to him, and his face immediately went from smiles to sadness.
Yeah,
That's from my political advisor, Brad Allwine.
he did that on the way out when they were leaving.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. Biden got like ashen.
Hey, if y'all are out there listening, we'd like to know, what do you think he told him? What do you think Barron told him when he was? That was pretty funny. Yep. What did he say? Boy, he's a big old tall boy, ain't he? Golly, man.
Golly, yeah.
You know, and the thing that's got me going on, I've got all these folks that I know, they're on the liberal side, and we're actually friends on Facebook, and we've been going back and forth just a little bit. They're talking about the Nazi salute that Elon Musk did. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It's hilarious.
Did you
I
think
didn't
that was
see
I watched that.
he was talking about thank you for voting from Trump, and he put his hand over it, from the heart, from the heart, from the heart, and he
Just like Hillary did.
yeah, just like, and he throwed his hand out like, here's my heart to you, thank you so much, and then he turned around and did it, and they're saying, oh, he's a Nazi, he's a Nazi, Nazi.
Well, then there's a lot of Nazis that are playing soccer in the EPL, because they all do that when they score on the club's symbol and then to the people in the audience. So
Well,
that's no big deal.
they're
Jeez.
telling me I'm a Nazi lover and all this, and I'm just giving up. I'm like, man, are you kidding? You'd have to be pretty cruel. You'd have to be a moron at this point in time to think that, if somebody said that Elon Musk is a Nazi at this point in time, I think.
Wait a second. Did you just call all your liberal friends morons? Is that what you
the
just
ones
did?
that's doing that?
Packy, he needs to make more phone calls.
Yeah.
And tell the people it's just radio.
Yeah, it's just radio. What
Yeah.
Nick say? I can't hardly read that, Pack.
Put it up there.
At
I
least
did.
pardons weren't preemptive.
Oh yeah, preemptive. We need some.
That's a good point, Nick. That's a
That
real
makes
good
a
point.
difference.
Yeah.
It does make a difference.
Yeah.
Oh Lord of mercy. We got one more. We
You
got
guys
to go
are
to break.
funny.
Pat, it might not be worth your while to argue or debate Stephen. But it is very entertaining. That's Ronnie Maxwell.
All right.
Oh yeah, Ronnie.
So I get props for being entertaining. I'm like the big Twillica's dummy, right?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. With terrorists, these made these dang Mexico people or whatever it is, the bringing in the drugs and all that. The cartel, he named them as terrorists. That's gonna make a change. Do you not think? Are you actually gonna blow your nose right on live TV? I mean, come on, man.
There are 3 people watching this. Okay,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
not a big deal.
Be
Would
careful.
you rather I just let my nose run?
Well, I'm just saying, be careful when you blow your nose, because you don't want to blow your brains out.
Didn't blow my nose. I was just wiping my nose. Okay.
Oh man. But I mean, anyway, the cartel, so that's gonna make them where actually the military can deal with that if it's considered terrorist, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you arguing that?
No, I'm not
I think it's
arguing that.
great.
I'm just trying to figure out what is the impact of that.
It says Barron probably said to Biden, "Sniff my cousins, and I'll kick you in the."
Where's this at?
That's on our comments.
Can we put it up there? There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Biden said, what did he say?
You can read it. Barron probably said, "Sniff my cousins, and I'll kick y'all in the."
Oh, there you go. And it upset him. We got to get to a break.
You just got kicked off of YouTube, haven't you?
No, we ain't
Not
got.
anymore.
Hey,
They
no.
like us now, don't they?
Yeah, you can't. They can't do that no more.
Oh, that's
No
true.
fact checking going on. No fact checking going on. Period.
The morning dishes, welcome back. There's no fact checking going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, we got to get to a break. Y'all hang around on the other side. We got some stuff we want to talk about. All righty, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good out there. We're back with you. We got Trump in office. Got a lot going on, man. He's been signing executive orders, and one of them was withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. I'm good with that. Are you good with that?
I am good with that. He did that the last term too, if you
Yeah.
remember, and then Biden reinstated it. as soon as he took office. So it's a classic example of what the executive orders are all about.
Well, hopefully we can make that into law. What do you think?
I don't think they're going to touch that one.
Hey, we've got
I
an
think
expansion,
that'll last as long as Trump's in office.
expansion of domestic energy production orders was issued to increase fracking and oil drill, baby, drill. What do you think?
I don't know how he can order private companies to do something. I mean, I thought that executive order would be more on removing the restrictions on drilling in Alaska and
It is. It actually does.
okay, then that one he can take the restrictions out, but he can't
Right.
force Exxon to go and drill.
Yeah, but I'd say they're going to. Would you not think? Because they're wanting to. They're wanting to production. Of course, you said something yesterday, kind of, and I had to check in on this because I didn't really. You said we were a member of OPEC.
Yeah.
We're not.
No, we're not. I didn't say we're a member of OPEC. I said OPEC controls the pricing on crude oil.
On their side, we've actually got our own.
No. Why would we not go along with what OPEC? Why would we sell gas or sell oil at a cheaper price than what the world is selling it?
Because we can make more money than they can. So, okay, so if we start producing the oil, we don't have to, OPEC don't control us. And do you know who OPEC is?
Yeah, they're all the Arabian states over there.
That's part of the problem.
Saudi Arabia and
Gas,
Oman and
this
Bhutan.
drilling stuff. There's more to it than just getting the price of fuel down. When we buy from places like Iran.
Okay, wait a minute. Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria.
We're funding terrorist organizations. So there's more to it than just let's get the price of oil down. That is a massive part of it. And we can argue that, which, I mean, obviously it did because prices of oil or the gas price was like $1.50 under Trump. But we're funding terrorist organizations by buying things, either indirectly or indirectly, by buying from places like
the Republic of Congo. I don't even know where that's at. Where is the Republic of Congo?
In Africa.
United Arab, something or another. I don't even know what that.
Republic. UAE.
Oh, I can read Republican.
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, there you go. So that's who we're buying from. But we actually got our own oil production and policies. And we are the world's largest oil producer.
We are the world commodity.
We are the world's largest oil producers, and you're going to let OPEC set our prices?
I'm not. I don't have anything to do with the prices.
Well, that's what you're saying. You're saying let
no.
OPEC
What I'm saying is, why would our companies sell oil or at a cheaper rate than what the world market is going for?
Well, you have to balance. That's the thing that Packy was talking about yesterday, balance. And he didn't understand the oil. And I really don't understand it, really. I mean, it's a pretty complicated deal. But if you don't keep the barrels around $50 to $80 a barrel.
No, the range is 60 to 90.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm
60 to 90 is the sweet spot for oil.
And
the oil companies would like it to stay there. Yesterday, it was trading at $78. It's right in the sweet spot.
Okay. So if we start exporting oil that we're not doing, that money's coming to America, right?
We are exporting oil.
More than we're not exporting like we were. I'm just saying. Okay, you know that as well as I do. We're not. We're importing oil. We know that. Everybody knows that.
There's no market out there to export to.
Right, because gas prices are high and people are not using gas. So if we start exporting and that money's coming to America, unless we want to buy from OPEC and our money's going to them, does that make any sense?
No.
I didn't think so either. So increasing U.S. oil production can help reduce fuel prices and boosting supply. So, I mean, I think you're totally off base on that completely.
See, this is one where the economics, the normal economic formula does not apply here because you're artificially controlling supply.
Right, but they're trying to keep it, as you say, in the sweet spot.
Yes. Yes, and they're doing that by controlling supply. If it gets above the $90 mark, you'll see them increase production. If it goes below the $60 mark, you'll see them pull back on production.
So let me ask you
I'm just saying,
something.
Pat, there's more to it than OPEC's influence on this, though.
I got a
you're acting
question,
like
though, Packy.
OPEC is like the only thing that controls this. I mean, this is a classic case of supply and demand. If you have higher U.S. production and higher U.S. drilling,
Yeah, but it's
you're
not
going to have
natural.
downward
It's
pressure
not
on the price.
natural supply.
Let me ask you this question.
But that doesn't make any sense. Natural supply, who cares? I mean, it's supply of oil. It's going to cause downward pressure on the price, like it or not. It's going to bring the price of gasoline down, which will in turn bring the price of everything down.
Mhm.
Potato chips to bottles of water. It doesn't matter because it all uses gasoline to get to where it needs to go.
I know that it's in a lot of products other than gas. Yes, that's true.
So then why did it go down under his administration? Why did the price go down?
I don't know.
So why?
But we're telling you why.
Yeah, I know you're telling me why,
was
but
more supply.
that's your supposition.
Do we not have
We didn't increase production back then.
But how come Biden used all of our oil that we have for what's it called, where we got it all stored up just in case? What is that called? Somebody help me.
Strategic reserve.
Yeah, why did he drain that down if we got plenty of oil and we're drilling baby drill? Why did he get rid of that?
He put that out to make more oil in the market for U.S. prices.
Go back again. You said we did not produce more oil under Trump. Is that what you said?
Right.
Okay,
right.
that's wrong. We had a massive shale oil boom within our country.
But we did.
By 2018, the
The
U.S.
shale oil went overseas because we couldn't crack it in the refineries.
We increased.
There you go.
Produced over 10 million barrels per day, a significant increase from 8.9 in 2016. By the end of 2019, we had surpassed 12 million BPD.
See, that's the thing. You're right about that, though, Pat. They did send it overseas to get it refined because we can't refine it in America. Why can we not refine our own oil?
Because we don't have up-to-date refineries, because we got all these EPD regulations on what you can do in a refinery.
Does that make any sense to you at all?
No.
I mean, we're going to depend on our enemies to refine our oil.
Yeah.
I say, get rid of the EPA. For safety reasons.
That's wrong, though. I mean, according to this, it's saying that the under Donald Trump's presidency, the U.S. made huge strides in refining a significant portion of its oil that they produce domestically here.
Okay, they can. If it's not fracked, they can't do the fracking.
Okay,
if you'll check on that.
When was the last time that a new refinery was built in the United States?
Years.
It probably coincides with the last time Congress had a budget, which would be like 30 years ago.
Well, I think we need to be able to refine our own oil at this point in time. I mean, especially with all that's going on in the world.
Production doesn't make any difference if you can't refine it.
Well,
tell me where is there additional refining capacity in the United States?
There's not. We can refine oil that's not fracked, but we can't.
So produce as much as you want, but it's not going to impact it if you can't put it into viable products. And crude oil is not viable.
It's not.
It's not in its current state. It needs to be cracked.
Right. Fracking.
It needs to be refined.
Right. And you understand how fracking works, right?
I understand how fracking works. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I think you're wrong. I think you're totally wrong. I do think you're right about having to export it.
That we have refineries here on the Gulf Coast and East Coast. These regions have the largest concentration of refineries in the country, and they're equipped to process both domestic and imported crude oil and keep up with extra
crude oil.
We have
crude oil,
but they're not designed to produce to refine the oil that comes out of the tar sands in Canada. Or the stuff that's cracked and needs to have the toxins that are in it removed.
We need to do that, though. I think, Packy, let's you build one of them. We can do it. Ain't nothing to it. What the heck? Somebody need a cosigner right off the get-go. But I'm just it's sad that we're not doing that.
That's a problem right off the get-go. I need a cosigner.
I'd like to see that happen, though. I'd like to see us be a totally independent, and we can be. We can be. I think we're smart enough, and I think that's the thing one of the things that Trump's talking about, and Casey Push, he's talking about. We have got
people. It's not a question of being smart enough. The technology is there. It's the ability to build it inside of our regulations. The
Right.
issue is with the EPA.
So if we can cut a lot of that bull crap, then we ought to be able. And the EPA's got too much power, man. I was trying to put another comment up there. We got another comment.
I agree.
Withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. Domestic energy production. We just talked about
He
that.
already withdrew us from the World Health Organization too.
I'm good with that too, because they were trying to take over the world. We know that. They were trying to take over the world. That's what they World Health Organization. Do you want a bunch of yahoos that don't know any? Wait a minute. We got a bunch of yahoos over here, but I think they got rid of Fauci. Is he gone now or not gone? Where's Fauci at?
He's in one of those FBI secure houses
I'm
someplace.
sure he's pardoned now. He ain't got nothing to worry
In the
about.
witness protection program out in Arizona.
A federal hiring freeze. All right. I'm good with that. Freeze on new federal hiring. We don't need no more federal
now
hiring.
wait a minute. He's got a federal hiring freeze,
Yeah.
but he also announced a new department, the External Revenue Department.
Yeah.
And clarify for me, is Doge department inside the government or outside?
I think it's outside the government, is it not?
Well, I thought it was outside, and I
Yeah.
thought everybody working for Doge was a volunteer.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't know, man. Elon needs the money. I don't know if he can do it for free or not. Bless his heart. He ain't got enough money to survive, I don't think.
Yeah.
And that external internal revenue service, I mean, you know, they're going to try to get our revenue that people are taking advantage of America, and they have been. And you know that as well as I do. I mean, we're paying out anyway, we're paying a lot of money to these folks for nothing and getting nothing, just like the World Health Organization and this other, what is this? The Paris Climate Agreement. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So I'm good with that. Federal hiring freeze.
I'm good with the Paris Climate Agreement. I'm okay with the World Health Organization.
Yeah. You don't think we ought to have a hiring freeze for federal employees?
I don't know that we're going to have a hiring freeze.
What's some of the executive orders that you didn't like, Pat?
He didn't like this next one I got. I know.
Okay, go ahead. What's the next one?
Rescission of the diversity and inclusion program.
Oh, I think that's a great one.
Oh, really? I figured you'd be against that.
Yeah, well, that's only because of your BS that you spread around.
Oh, is that what it is? So now, when you get a job,
it's even convoluted your own thinking.
Well, we got somebody in Houston, Texas, or they're just wanting to go to Houston, Texas. What does that say? Straggler. There you go.
Houston, Texas.
Hey, we got to, so now you got to actually, when you get a job, you actually got to know what you're doing. It don't matter what, what kind of dress you're wearing and with your beard. If your dress don't match your beard, you're not going to get hired now. You have to actually be smart. I think that's cool. Do you not think that's?
Well, what I think is really cool is the community, the LBGQ, whatever the other letters are, knew that was coming. And they just did a survey and surveyed the LGBT community. And they said that 2025 was going to be a better year for them than 2024. So how did those two things reconcile themselves?
Well, I think because one of the reasons is not all the folks in that community are stupid.
Protection.
Are stupid. I think some of them are just like, they just want a job, want to work, do the best they can, be left alone. And then you got all these morons up there that's in Washington that makes them look like a bunch of idiots,
Yeah. I think that's what happens when you try to purposely divide people.
Yeah.
To divide and conquer, people kind of start figuring it out.
Yeah. So
I think every group of people, however you want to group them, has the same kind of idiots.
Well, you do, but they always rise to the top. Why is that?
Yeah, maybe so, Pat, but at least if you're referring to the other side, as in the MAGA side, at least they know which bathroom to use.
I wasn't talking about sides.
Well, that's one of the things he said.
He's talking about groups of people in general.
He said from now on it's going to be male and female. So what happens to all the other ones? Where are they going? They ain't circuses.
Wait a minute. I didn't know that was necessary. It's always been just.
No, it has not been. We even had men getting pregnant, man. Where have you been for the last 4 years?
Because artificial government dictates. I mean,
what?
Come on.
Don't tell me that. The
Yeah.
government said it. It must be true.
Come on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We had men getting pregnant. We had
Yeah.
men wearing tights and high heels
They were
and
taking
makeup
basketballs and cutting them in half. That's
and
how they
running
were
our
getting pregnant.
country.
See, I don't get this, man. You're not, you hate it, and then it happens at the possum drop, and you like it. Why
That's
is it
different.
okay at the possum drop? But the
Thank you, Packy.
you know what I'm
Thank
saying,
you.
Pat?
Well,
the
wait a
man
minute,
was, or
wait a
the
minute.
There
woman
are
was
occasions
had
where
fun.
transgenders are
It was
welcome.
funny. It was a fun thing. We were funny. Now it's not.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like
just
And
normal.
Steven,
yeah, man.
Steven, it always was funny.
Normal. It's just normal.
Yeah,
now.
wouldn't it be weird if we,
They had it for years. Everybody thought it was a kick, man. And they really wasn't trying. They were just having.
well, they had to cancel it because Harry won every time.
Yeah,
It
I
wasn't
know
even a
that.
competition.
He's actually a pretty good dancer. I will have to give him that. Yep. You ought to see.
He actually is a pretty good dancer. Didn't he win that Dancing with the Stars?
Are
they
you
had
kidding?
one
He
time or
carried
something?
that ball around for a month. Look, I won dancing.
Hey,
with the
did.
Stars.
I
hey,
forgot
Steven,
about that.
Steven,
What?
we probably need to go to a break, but when we come back, I'm going to talk for just a minute about tax exemptions for churches.
Okay. Okay. We can do that. Talk
we
about
do that?
tax exemption.
Don't
from churches.
excite our listeners too much there, Pat.
We just Packy's like, he stopped. Before we go, I would like to say this though. Packy needed a babysitter yesterday. So I was like, dude, I'll keep the kid, let him go with me. I ain't got nothing to do. I mean, he can ride around me in the truck. And you know what Packy said? Are you kidding? And get him involved with all that toxic masculinity.
We wouldn't let that to rub off on him. We're letting him choose his own gender. I mean, they choose
You
their
know
own.
how much soy he'd have to infuse in that kid to get him back to normal?
Oh man, Packy like, no way, man. So anyway.
Is that dirt under your nails?
All right, folks, we have got to take a break. Hey, we need some comments up there. We've got one comment about what was said to Biden from what's the big old tall boy's name?
Barron.
Yeah. So we need some more comments. What did Barron tell Biden that got him so upset? I want to hear what you got to say on that. We got to take a break. All righty, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good out there. We need some more comments. We want to know what Barron said to Biden to get him so upset. But anyway, now we're open the stage to the pragmatist, Mr. Pat Malone, and he's got a question about churches getting exemption. What's your griping about today?
Churches get nonprofit status, so they're exempt from taxes and things like that, right?
Okay.
I want to know how Ebenezer Baptist Church maintains their nonprofit status. Number one, they've got a senator for their pastor. That makes him political right off the bat. Okay, when he became senator, he should have had to resign as pastor of that church. Number two, last Sunday, when he preached, he talked about we need to fight Trump's policies. We need to have hope because we can fight these policies. And then he said, you're better off rich and guilty than you are poor and innocent. Because if you're poor and guilty, you can't vote for the president. But if you're rich and guilty, you can be the president. Tell me that's not politically.
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Remember when Al Sharpton?
Yeah, he oughtn't to be on there either.
Now, Al Sharpton's home church lost its nonprofit status.
What was the GD America guy? Who was that? That wasn't
the
Reverend
black
Ray
Muslim
Sisman, was it?
guy.
I like Ray Sisman. Don't throw him in there.
Yeah, Reverend Ray Sisman is a good one.
Yeah, I like Ray. Who is it? Here's the thing, man. I mean, he's a politician and a preacher. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd hate to know that I was in his congregation. I mean, how would you know that,
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that churches don't have to pay taxes?
Right.
I see the light.
He's going to become a preacher and establish a church.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Could you imagine going to confession and Packy's the father? Oh, forgive me, Father, if I have sinned. Yeah, me too.
I've heard it all. You're on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of folks out there that actually are pastors or preachers or whatever that are in politics. I don't know, as far as senators and all that kind of stuff, but actually go by the Bible. That's the thing about it. You got to go by the Bible.
But they're not officially a pastor of a church per se. They've given that up to be a senator or a congressman or a state senator or whatever they are.
Right.
You know, and they may from time to time preach, but they're very careful when they preach to stay out of the political realm.
I don't see. I think that's a lot wrong. I think that's wrong. And I think
So
that
you're okay with this.
no. I think that you need to go by what the Bible says. I really do. And
Yeah.
they say keep politics out of the pulpit. I've heard that thousands and thousands of times. But when the politics are against the pulpit, I think it needs to be exposed. I mean, when you come down to, and I'm going back into this, but you're going down to abortions and all the stuff going on with that. You're going back with this all the stuff that the government are supporting, and it's not biblical proof. I think the preachers need to expose that to the congregation.
The preachers are allowed to talk about an issue like abortion,
Right? But
it's not political.
A lot of them don't, because they don't want to upset nobody. Oh, we don't need to upset.
Well, that's an entirely different subject.
But y'all bring it up at your church?
It's not politics. We're not campaigning against something.
Right.
I mean, or somebody. We're campaigning against an issue.
Well, he's obviously, I mean, does it not say in the Bible the fruits that you bear? I mean, it talks about that somewhere in the Bible. Does it not?
Well, it's time for the fruits to come home for Senator Warnock.
I'm with you. I don't care nothing for him either. But when you're sitting there saying, "Hey, I'm an apple tree," and your fruits are not apples, you're not an apple tree. Does that make sense?
I guess it does to somebody.
Okay. So you can pretty much tell who's who by the fruits that they bear. So if they're up there saying I am a God-fearing Christian and I am this, that, and the other, but I support abortions.
I thought. Wait a minute. I thought we were done with DEI.
And
you're talking about the fruits out there.
Yeah, I am.
See,
I think you'll see Warnock out of office in 2026.
Yeah.
It's 26, right? It's next year when he's up for
no. He just got elected for a 6-year term.
Really?
Warnock got elected in 22, so it'd be 28, I think, for him. It's Ossoff that's up in 26.
Well, I'm with you on that, but I just think that as far as the churches do a lot. The good churches. There's a lot of churches out there, especially in this area, that does a lot that the government does not do. Let's just look at Western North Carolina and who's supporting the folks up there right now. It's not the government at all. It's the churches that's doing that. We know that.
Yeah. I have no problem with that.
So now, do y'all do? Okay, you preach sometimes, and you're what are you, a Lutheran?
You got it right. I'm surprised you could say that. Yes.
Well,
yes.
Y'all worship Lutherans.
No. You see, that's the part
but
where
do y'all actually talk, bring up politics? Do you talk about abortions? Do y'all talk about that in the pulpit?
We talk about abortions, but it's not political.
I think it's one of the biggest
issue.
The issue. Okay.
Yeah. Now, nobody gets up there and says, don't vote for XYZ because he supports abortion.
Well, that's what they should say. I'd be all for that.
No, they shouldn't say that. That's political. They need to say abortion is wrong.
Okay.
And you need to check that with your all the candidates that you're choosing. But they can't single out candidates. That makes it political.
Well, I would. I guess that's why good Lord ain't
calling me. That's why you're not a preacher. No tax exemption status for
like
Benny's
Ray
sanitation.
Stevens, man. I'd be like Ray Stevens' song, "The Squirrel Went Berserk." Yeah, I'd be like, yeah man. And he started naming names.
And I can see it now. Benny Sanitation and the First Pentecostal something. Revelation.
I love Pentecostal singing. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you go to church and if they ain't got a Pentecostal hymn book, you're gonna have a long day. I'll just tell you. Yeah. Y'all sing Pentecostal stuff in your church, or do y'all do like organs and stuff?
Organ stuff.
Oh. Hey, we got James Beavers on.
Hey, James, what's on your mind today?
Well, see, you're talking about fruits, fruits that we bear, right?
Yeah, the fruits of your fruits of your labor. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you something my daddy used to tell me, and he's 82 years old, bless his heart, and he's been a Christian all his life, speaking of church. But he always told me one day, he goes, James, you know what I am? I said, what's that, Daddy? He goes, I'm a fruit inspector. And saying that, you got to go on people's fruit on how their character is.
Right. I'm with you.
If that fruit's a bad fruit, then they're not the fruit they're saying they are. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, it's just like, okay, let's just, for instance, we got Pat Malone here, okay, and he says that he's a conservative, and his fruits that he's bearing don't seem conservative to me.
Well, then that means he's a Democratic fruit.
I'm with you, man.
Thanks, James.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good day.
All right, we appreciate you.
Something else to add to my business card: Democratic fruit.
Just so people know, John Ossoff is up for re-election in 26, and Raphael Warnock is too. Raphael Warnock went out for it was a special election for Johnny Isaacson.
Ah, there we go. So
he's already stood for election.
It says here that according to the U.S. Senate, if I could pull it up here,
I'm sorry,
mouse, dude. Lord of mercy. According to Senate.gov, Warnock is up in 2026.
I think
oh
that's
well.
Right.
Oh well. And we got another mandate is issued for requiring federal employees to return to in-person work. How about that? You got to show up to get paid now. You can't work from home no more. I'm good with that. What do you think?
I'm okay with that. You gotta show up.
Yeah, that's what I say. Hey, we got to show up. We got to get. Well, we got one more break. I think
we do have one more break.
All right, let's.
That's wrong. Sorry, Pat. Warnock is up for 2028. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I wrote the wrong thing there. Man, our comments are blowing up here. I've got text coming through here. Let's read some of this when we get back.
All right, we got all kinds of stuff there on that, so we're gonna take a short break. What we gonna give away, Pat?
Hey, let's give away some more Logan Turnpike Mill. We got a $15 gift certificate to Logan Turnpike Mill in Blairsville, right next to the hole in the wall.
And this is great, folks. If y'all are looking for anything for a gift for somebody that's very, very cool, call them up. They can actually box it and ship it anywhere in the world,
unless you're Bill Clinton.
Unless you're Bill Clinton, he's the only one that's didn't pay the bill, and it's actually over. You can go over and read that. So Logan Turnpike Mill, great place. And so anyway, give them a call. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. All righty, we're back with you, folks, and we have got some Logan Turnpike Mill going out to some lucky listener out there if they can answer this question. What we got, Pat?
Since you were talking about fruit, the question is, what's Georgia's most valuable fruit crop?
What is Georgia's most valuable fruit crop? Give us a call, 706-379-9770. And while we're waiting on the phone to ring, pull them comments up there. Where's the last one we was at?
Ronnie Maxwell had a tremendous point.
Put it up there.
Get Tommy Townsend involved in building your oil refinery. Probably very similar to a moonshine still.
Hey, now you talking. See, I appreciate that.
Michael Beeman's listening to us. Good morning, everybody. New President Trump. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
And Bill Warren, thank you for listening to us, too. Can you keep those going while I grab this phone, Steven?
Well, I can keep going if you leave that mouse alone. Oh, what I just do now?
Yeah.
I messed it up. There it goes, but I can't see it from here. That's the problem. At least Trump's
pardons weren't preemptive. I got it.
Okay.
Go to the next one.
All right, what we got now? Who's that
Pat,
from?
it might be not worth your while to argue or debate, Stephen, but it is very entertaining. So,
who's that? Ronnie Maxwell?
Ronnie Maxwell, yeah.
Who we got now?
Nick Artis. Barron probably said, sniff my cousins and I'll kick you in the nuts. Oh, wait, you're not supposed to say that. I'm in trouble with the FCC now.
All right.
Nate Carter said, I believe Joe Biden put the family pardon in front of Joe and told him to sign it. He's a walking vegetable and has no clue.
I'm with him on that, Nate.
And Strangler said, Houston, Texas. I don't know what that means. That's all he said.
Houston.
And we're back to Tommy building an oil refinery. Brian, Ronnie Maxwell said, Barron said one of three things.
What are they?
We'll go to the next comment.
It ain't there.
Amy Tatum.
Amy Tatum said, Camel's entire campaign was on abortion. Politics is very much a part of the church.
There you
Who's
go.
Camels?
Caramels.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Oh, okay. I got it. David Roberts said, I want to attend Lorenzo Swellen's church.
I don't even know who that is. Who is it?
I don't either. Good morning, fellas. Executive orders and Buckeyes winning the championship. It was a great day yesterday. Jody, I love you, but I don't like Ohio State.
You got it back.
Amy Tatum said, PLT. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
I got it.
All right, so we got David Roberts. He gave the second benediction prayer. Amy Tatum says, yes, David agreed. He wasn't reading a prayer. It was from his heart. And on the phone now, we only have 15 seconds left, so let's welcome Chris Lee.
Hey, good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, you got to name that too. We got 15 seconds.
Pecans.
Pecans.
Wrong.
Pecans. Wrong.
Not right.
Peaches. She said peaches.
Not right.
Peaches ain't right either.
Nope.
Ooh, I don't know then. Sorry.
I'm with you on that. You think it'd be peaches being it's the Georgia peach.
You'd think so, but it's not.
What is it?
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
No, it's not tomatoes. It's blueberries.
Blueberries.
Okay. You guys have a good day.
Hey, we appreciate you, girl. Blueberries.
Blueberries, yeah.
It's
Remember I
peaches,
said most
peaches.
valuable.
Love them Georgia peaches, not blueberries. Blueberry. It don't even rhyme. Love them Georgia blueberries. Hey, see y'all tomorrow.
W249DP and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
K97.7.